After a long amount of time, I have finally thrown them away. I had a pair of white shoes that I liked them a lot. They were just easy slip-on shoes. They kind of went with everything. And then maybe at some point I started realizing something it's a little uncomfortable to stand in, walk in. One day Rick pointed out, he was like, what is at the bottom of your shoe? So I flipped up my foot and just a bunch of holes. A bunch of holes were at the bottom of my shoe. It was just a pair of shoes I was so used to wearing. I didn't realize they were so worn down that there were literal holes. You could see right through them.
Sometimes we do the same thing in our hearts, right? We settle into some pain or disappointment or dysfunction. Like, we felt it for so long. This is just how life is always going to be. And over time, we stop believing that change is possible.
In John 5:6, something similar happens. Jesus meets a man who had been crippled for almost 40 years. The verse says that when Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" It's almost like a rude question. It feels like, yeah, duh, Jesus, but maybe it's the exact question that we need.
So let's pause here real quick. Just examine your life. Is there something there in your life that isn't who God made you to be, but it's a struggle that has persisted for so long that you've started to identify with it? That maybe you've made excuses or explanations for it.
You're not the only one who has done this. This has happened to people. I mean, we all do this in some way or another. There are places in our lives where we've stopped expecting healing. We've started building an identity around the pain, and we start to say, this is just who I am now. But it's not.
That's not who God says that you are, which is something we're very passionate about. He doesn't just want to treat symptoms. He wants to make you whole.
Not to just keep you breathing. He wants you to really live. And like the man at the pool, he's asking you today, do you really want to get well?
It might mean laying down the familiar crutches or stepping away from the identity you have built around your struggle and trusting him again. But make no mistake, you were made for more.